In a small government school on the edge of a village, there was a boy named Aarav. Quiet, shy, and often unnoticed, Aarav sat in the last row of the classroom. His clothes were worn, his books were second-hand, and his confidence was almost invisible. Most teachers thought he was lazy. He rarely answered questions, and his grades were poor. But one teacher, Mr. Mehta, saw something different. He noticed the way Aarav's eyes lit up whenever he looked at a math problem, even though he never raised his hand. One afternoon, after class, Mr. Mehta called him. "Aarav," he said gently, "why don't you speak up in class?" The boy lowered his head. "Sir, I am not as smart as the others." "They laugh at me," Mr. Mehta smiled. "Being smart is not about having all the answers. It's about never giving up on finding them." From that day, Mr. Mehta began to guide him personally. He gave Aarav extra books, explained concepts patiently, and more importantly, encouraged him to believe in himself. Every time Aarav solved a problem, Mr. Mehta would say, "See? You can do it. Hard work always wins slowly." Aarav's world began to change. He started staying back after school, solving questions late into the night. When others teased him, he ignored them, remembering his teacher's words. Months passed. The school announced a regional math competition. Aarav hesitated, but Mr. Mehta insisted. "You must try," he said. "Not for me, not for anyone else, but for yourself." Aarav practiced day and night. He failed again and again. But each time Mr. Mehta stood by him, correcting his mistakes, motivating him. It was not just mathematics he was learning. Aarav was learning resilience, confidence, and respect for the one person who believed in him when nobody else did. The day of the competition arrived. Students from well-known schools, wearing neat uniforms, walked in confidently. Aarav sat quietly, holding his pencil, remembering his teacher's smile. The test began. Hours flew by. Aarav focused, pouring all his effort into every single problem. Weeks later, when the results were announced, Aarav's name was on top. He had not just won the competition, he had won against his own doubts. That evening, he rushed back to his school, holding the certificate. He found Mr. Mehta in the empty classroom, writing on the blackboard. With tears in his eyes, Aarav held the certificate out and said, "Sir, this is not mine. This belongs to you." Mr. Mehta shook his head. "No, Aarav, this is yours. I only showed you the mirror. You are the one who worked hard and discovered your true self." Years passed. Aarav went on to achieve great success in his career. But whenever he spoke at events, he never forgot to mention one thing. "Behind every successful student," he would say, "there is always a teacher who believed in them." And to this day, Aarav visits his old school, not to boast, but to bow his head in respect to the man who changed his life. Because true education is not just about books or exams. It is about respect, values, and the bond between a teacher and a student. It is about the belief that with hard work, guidance, and respect, every child can shine.